Heimdall stood at the edge of the Bifröst bridge, his sharp eyes scanning the horizon where realms intertwined. Iridescent colors of the bridge glimmered under the soft light of Asgard, a shimmering pathway connecting this divine realm to Midgard and beyond. No ordinary sight, it was a vibrant tapestry woven with threads of magic and destiny. With every breath, Heimdall felt the pulse of the universe resonate within him. His sight was so keen that he could see across all 9 realms. No corner remained hidden from his watchful gaze. He perceived even the tiniest movements in distant lands, observing as creatures stirred and shadows danced across the earth. His acute hearing allowed him to detect sounds imperceptible to others: the whispering winds, the rustle of leaves, and even the sound of grass growing beneath his feet. From her vantage point nearby, Sigrun gazed upon Heimdall with an unshakable sense of reverence for his unwavering vigilance. He understood that he bore immense responsibility as guardian against impending chaos. Dark omens lingered in her thoughts, whispers from beyond hinted at Ragnarok's approach. Air grew heavy with foreboding as Odin summoned Heimdall for an urgent meeting within his great hall. The Allfather had sensed unrest among giants and tremors, rippling through Midgard, a signal that trouble brewed below. With measured steps, Heimdall made his way towards Odin's dwelling, each footfall echoing like a heartbeat in anticipation. On entering Odin's hall, he found himself surrounded by familiar faces. Thor sat with arms crossed over his muscular chest, while Freyja prepared herself for battle amongst her Valkyries. Expressions were grave. They understood well what lay ahead. Odin's one eye burned with intensity as he looked toward Heimdall. Urgency filled their gathering as whispers circulated about Loki's deceitful schemes, sowing discord among gods and mortals alike. Each tale spun tales of betrayal, echoed throughout Asgard's suspicions, thickened like fog enshrouding their hearts. Listened quietly from her perch nearby her heart, felt heavy yet resolute, knowing her fate intertwined with those brave enough to stand against destiny itself. As discussions unfolded around her, she pondered deeply about her role amidst this turmoil. Her duty would soon beckon when battle calls rang clear. Time ebbed slowly within those hallowed walls until at last, Heimdall declared that when dark days descended upon them all, he would blow Gigellerhorn, a clarion call heralding war's arrival upon Asgard. Twilight settled over Bifröst once more. Sigrun took comfort in knowing their vigilant guardian remained steadfast against encroaching darkness. She couldn't shake off unease swirling inside, but resolved instead to prepare herself for whatever trials awaited them on this inevitable path toward fate's reckoning. Night fell across Midgard. Strange occurrences began to unfold. The wolves howled louder than usual, while ominous signs appeared in nature, signaling doom approached. Rager rallied her Valkyries to bolster their spirits. Before heading into battle, Sigrun joined them, feeling both pride and trepidation at her duty ahead. Meanwhile, giants marched towards Asgard, led by Loki's deceitful whispers promising glory if they could overthrow the gods. Sense of urgency enveloped everyone as Heimdall readied himself at Bifröst. Once he blew the horn, there would be no turning back. A climactic moment under a blood-red sky, Heimdall raised Gigellerhorn high and blew it with all his might. Its echo reverberated through every realm, announcing war had begun. Chaos erupted as monsters surged forth alongside giants ready to engulf Asgard. Sigrun led fallen warriors into glorious combat amidst turmoil, while ensuring souls found their way to Valhalla amid chaos below. Battles raged between gods and enemies. Heroic confrontations unfolded between Thor and Jörmungandr, the Midgard serpent showcasing valor amid despair. An epic conclusion filled with sacrifice and courage. Sigrun watched over destiny's intertwining fate, sealing itself in tragedy, yet hinting at rebirth beyond Ragnarok's devastation. Twilight embraced Bifröst. Heimdall stood watch over its shimmering hues, a bridge connecting realms beneath starlit skies, where fate whispered secrets only he could decipher. The vibrant colors of the bridge felt alive, yet a subtle unease stirred within him, hinting at challenges ahead. Odin's great hall. The atmosphere held a mix of anticipation and resolve as he gathered his most trusted allies Thor and Freyja among them. Flickering torches cast dancing shadows on the walls, creating an intimate setting for the gravity of their discussions. Heimdall entered with purpose. His presence commanded attention, carrying vital news that would shape their path forward. Heimdall shared what his keen senses had revealed. Loki's deceitful whispers were sowing seeds of discord among gods and creatures alike. Discontent rippled through the air like a gentle breeze hinting at storms to come. Concern etched itself into their faces as they absorbed these revelations, contemplating how deeply Loki's betrayal might run. Observed silently in the background, her heart a blend of pride and uncertainty about her own destiny. A Valkyrie sworn to Odin, she understood that her role intertwined closely with those who would rise to confront this gathering storm. He reflected on her training. The weight of guiding souls to Valhalla felt both noble and daunting in light of what lay ahead. Odin's voice resonated through the hall, calling for preparations for battle. Each word carried authority. It was clear Ragnarok approached swiftly like an unstoppable tide. Freyja stepped forward resolutely. She would gather her Valkyries to ensure readiness against whatever challenges awaited them. Her fierce spirit ignited hope among those present, despite shadows looming on their horizon. With resolve firming within him, Heimdall declared he would blow the Vigil horn when the time came, a sound that would awaken both heavens and earth from slumber and summon every soul into action against fate's relentless march. He spoke these words. Sigrun felt a shiver down her spine. She understood well what such a signal meant, a finality that would alter their destinies forever. Discussions continued late into nightfall. Plans took shape, filled with urgency balanced by determination. Anne turned her gaze toward Bifröst, the vibrant bridge now reflecting her inner turmoil, a beautiful passageway leading toward battles, yet unseen, but already haunting her dreams. I'd honor in valiant combat, or witness despair unfurl before them all. Only time held those answers close under its cloak, until fate finally revealed its hand. Began their solemn preparations beneath starlit skies, dotted with flickers of courage amid growing unease, a moment, suspended between past valor and uncertain futures poised on the brink of catastrophe, as whispers of fate echoed louder. And ever before, as night deepened across Midgard, strange occurrences unfolded. The wolves howled harmoniously, while nature seemed to respond in anticipation of what was to come. Rager rallied her Valkyries, infusing them with strength as they prepared for battle. Sigrun joined them, feeling both pride and trepidation entwined within her spirit. This charged atmosphere, where giants marched toward Asgard, driven by Loki's deceitful promises of glory amidst chaos. Heimdall stood resolute at Bifröst, knowing that once he blew the horn, there would be no turning back, an awakening call, echoing through realms announcing war had begun. A climactic moment under a blood-red sky, Heimdall raised Gigellarhorn high and blew it with all his might. Its echo reverberated through every realm, announcing that chaos was unleashed. Monsters surged forth alongside giants, ready to engulf Asgard. Sigrun led fallen warriors into glorious combat, while ensuring souls found their way to Valhalla amidst turmoil below. Battles raged fiercely as gods clashed with foes. Thor faced Jörmungandr, the mighty Midgard serpent, in an epic confrontation showcasing heroism amid despair. Throughout it all, Sigrun watched over as destiny's intertwined fate sealing itself in tragedy, while hinting at rebirth beyond Ragnarok's devastation. With each breath taken beneath tumultuous skies filled with sacrifice and valor blooming even amidst chaos, a new dawn awaited just beyond the horizon. As night deepened, an unsettling energy settled over Midgard. The once tranquil forests echoed with howls from wolves, their cries piercing the stillness of the evening like a primal alarm. Felt this unease settle in her bones, a foreboding weight pressing down as nature mirrored the turmoil brewing within the hearts of gods and creatures alike. Freyja stood before her Valkyries, fierce determination igniting in her eyes. He called upon them to gather strength and courage for what lay ahead. Her presence radiated confidence and resilience that inspired all around her. With every word Freyja spoke, Sigrun felt a surge of pride swell within her, a shared duty they were destined to fulfill. The Valkyries prepared themselves for battle, each adorned in shimmering armor reflecting flickering torchlight. They exchanged determined glances, bound by oath and honor to protect Valhalla's legacy, even as chaos loomed over Asgard like dark clouds before a storm. Joined in their preparations, anticipation coursing through her veins, as she tied back her hair into a warrior's braid, a grounding act that empowered her spirit. Meanwhile, beyond their sight on distant hillsides, giants began their march toward Asgard, grotesque figures silhouetted against the moonlit sky, while Loki's cunning whispers urged them forth with promises of glory, should they succeed in overthrowing the gods who had long dominated their faiths. Discontent rumbled among this gathering army. Ragnarok was no longer merely an ominous prophecy, it was unfolding. Bifröst Bridge, Heimdall stood sentinel amidst the tension crackling in the air like electricity. His senses heightened, he listened intently for any signs signaling movement from below, or above each heartbeat, resonating with urgency inside him. He understood well that once Gjallarhorn sounded its mighty call, there would be no retreat from destiny's path. Heim slipped away like sand between fingers, as shadows lengthened under pale starlight, illuminating their resolve. A silent promise echoed within each soul gathered. They would stand united against whatever horrors awaited them. In unison with his thoughts came visions of legends past, tales spun around roaring fires, where heroes rose amidst chaos only to fall gloriously, as new legends emerged from ashes left behind. Tonight felt different, ominous energies crackled beneath silvery light, casting haunting reflections upon those readying for battle. Settling chill crept along Sigrun's spine as she glanced toward Heimdall, standing resolute at his post, their vigilant sentinel awaiting fate's decree, while holding tightly onto Gjallarhorn, resting close by, a reminder that soon all change irrevocably. And so they waited together, odds preparing themselves for war alongside Valkyries, sworn to guide souls amid turmoil, a tapestry woven through time binding destinies intertwined within struggle, against impending ruin looming ever closer on horizon-bound tides. A moment that felt both timeless and fleeting. Heimdall stood poised at the edge of Bifröst, the vibrant bridge shimmering beneath a soft red sky. The air crackled with tension as he raised Gjallarhorn high above his head, feeling its ancient power resonate through him. With one deep breath, he blew the horn with all his might, unleashing a sound that echoed through every realm. This was not merely a call to battle, it was an awakening, a proclamation that Ragnarok had begun. The echo of Gjallarhorn rippled across the cosmos, stirring creatures from their slumber. In Midgard, chaos erupted as giants advanced upon Asgard, their footsteps shaking the earth like distant thunderclaps. Monstrous beings, serpents and wolves joined them, shadows of dread unleashed from dark corners of existence. The very fabric of reality trembled under this onslaught. Amidst the turmoil below, Sigrun felt her heart race with purpose as she rallied fallen warriors around her. They surged into battle, driven by honor and valor, even as despair threatened to engulf them all. Each warrior's spirit burned bright with determination as they charged into the fray, knowing their fight would determine not just their fates, but those of realms beyond. Sigrun led her charges toward the battlefield, where gods clashed against giants and beasts alike. She reflected on her role amidst this chaos. Guiding souls to Valhalla was woven into her being. It was both duty and destiny. And now, amidst sword clashes and cries of bravery echoing in her ears, she understood more deeply what sacrifice truly meant. High above them at Bifröst's edge stood Heimdall, the vigilant guardian, unwavering in his post. His eyes scanned every movement unfolding before him. He saw Thor locked in combat with Jörmungandr, the Midgard serpent coiling menacingly around boulders like dark clouds gathering before a storm. Their fierce struggle showcased not only strength but raw determination, as thunder roared alongside each clash between hammer and scale. Swung Mjolnir down upon Jörmungandr's back with unmatched fury, while lightning illuminated the horizon. An awe-inspiring dance played out against tumultuous skies, painted crimson by destruction's hand. Watch this confrontation unfold from afar. Admiration swelled within her for those who fought valiantly, despite overwhelming odds stacked against them. Yet even amid such heroism, loomed shadows. Loki's deceitful whispers echoed across the battlefield, urging confusion among allies, while further emboldening enemies who sought glory through treachery rather than honor. Clear to Sigrun that Loki held no true allegiance in these dire moments. His actions merely fueled discord when unity was needed most. Sounds of war mingled together, a symphony composed of clashing weapons and anguished cries rising upward toward heavens stained red by strife below, until suddenly an unnatural silence fell over everything, as if time itself paused for breathless anticipation before chaos resumed anew once more. Pressed forward with renewed resolve, guiding spirits into Valhalla's embrace, while ensuring none were lost amidst mayhem surrounding them, a flickering light shining brightly against darkness, threatening to extinguish hope entirely. Each fallen warrior lay stories waiting to be told, tales filled with courage written across stars twinkling overhead, where dreams danced free beyond earthly bounds. Battles raged between gods and giants throughout this night, destined for legends untold, yet forged anew within flames, igniting their hearts fiercely alive against adversity. It became clear Ragnarok would seal destinies intertwined forevermore, a tragic tapestry, intricately woven together, revealing rebirth awaiting just beyond devastation's grasp. Sacrifice came strength, from sorrow emerged promise, illuminating paths forward, even within darkest hours, reminding all who fought valiantly beneath vast expanse, spread wide before them, that there existed something greater than themselves. Boundless echoes, whispering tales, yet unwritten,